Attention! Captain Present Perfect reporting. Sir, action completed. We have shot down 2 aircrafts at P1. Attention! Captain Present Continuous reporting. Action in progress. We are marching towards P2 now. Attention! Captain Present Perfect Continuous reporting. Sir, action partly completed and continuing. We have been bombing on the enemy camps for 5 days. Attention! This is Language Mantra channel, Basic English course, session number 27. So far we have been discussing different formats of the English tense, and today we are going to discuss present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense is a hybrid formation. It accommodates both present perfect tense and present continuous tense. But problem is that present perfect defines something that is completed, whereas present continuous defines something that is ongoing. So this contradiction is there in this particular format of say present perfect continuous tense. But natural solution is that some part of the action is completed and some part is incomplete, but the process is continuing. Let's see, for example, the government has destroyed the country. Well, the government has destroyed the country, and if you are not happy with the word destroyed, so you can change this word, but at present the government has destroyed the country, present perfect tense. And government is destroying the country, present continuous tense. And in present perfect continuous it becomes the government has been destroying the country. That means destruction, that process of destroying, partly done and partly yet to be done. This is the special area of this particular tense format. So how to form the sentence structure? Both the form and the content actually borrowed from the other two formats already discussed, that is present perfect tense and present continuous tense. Let's see. Subject first, plus have verb. I have done, that have comes here, or he has done, that has comes here. Either have or has. Subject plus to have verb, and then plus been. Been comes from to be verb. To be verb, past tense was, and past participle is been. Be, was, been. We have been here. So subject plus have verb plus past participle form of be verb, then main verb plus ing. This ing is participle form, present participle form. It means something in progress. That sense of continuation is marked by this ing form. Then you have object, and another thing is that you have some time reference. That is very special about present perfect continuous tense. Only continuous tense does not have any time reference. I am reading a book, that's all. But I cannot say I have been reading a book. Even if I say something is understood, that is time reference. That I have been reading this book for 15 days or for 10 days or for 10 hours, whatever. That time reference is a must, either stated or understood. So this sentence is, I have been reading this book for 5 days, or he has been reading this book for 5 days. So that is the main format of this present perfect continuous tense. Now, one thing, you must remember that this is the only format, I mean perfect continuous format in present tense, past tense, and even in future tense. The only tense format that accommodates both to be verb and to have verb. These two auxiliary verbs come together as basic components in this structure. Okay, this is very important. Now, actually, we'll see some sentences and special areas of application of this format. So like any other tense format, this particular format too has several areas of application, and let's see those things. Number one, past action still continuing. This is the basic idea behind this tense format. Something, the action taking place in the past time, but in present perfect continuous, action is completed in the past. We have only the present relevance, but here it is not the question of present relevance. Action takes place in the past, some part is completed and some part remains incomplete and in the process of getting completed. So action, past action still continuing, and there must be some sort of time reference, and these words like since, for, lately, recently, these are very common accompaniment with this particular tense structure. Let's say it has been raining for a week. It has been raining for a week. When I say I am reading a story, it means that there is no break perhaps, because in present continuous tense it is possible that I can complete an action without any break, because the time reference is rather short here. But when I say it has been raining for a week, it is not possible that without any break the whole week it is raining. May not be possible. Sometimes there are breaks. This is quite expected. So it has been raining for a week. This is present perfect continuous tense. Now, the doctors have been losing control over the COVID-19 since April. Since April, again time reference. And the doctors have been trying to control COVID-19, but they are losing. This is another example from the negative side. So two examples we have done. Now again, past action still continue without time reference. In the first two sentences, we have given time references, but here we do it without time reference. But one thing you must remember, time reference is there, but it is understood. Sometimes maybe it's possible that we do not refer to time, but times, the sense of time, it is there, inherent within the structure of the sentence. Now, she has been complaining of headache. Maybe she has been complaining of headache for a week or for a month or recently, whatever. But we are just, speaking like this. She has been complaining of headache without time reference. But she has been complaining. This structure actually gives it a name, that is present perfect continuous tense. So never forget it. This structure itself is a very remarkable feature that you won't get in any other format of the English tense. Next. What have you been doing? What have you been doing? It's a question. So what comes first? Then have you been. Have verb come first, then subject, and then to be verb. What have you been doing? What have you been doing? Lately, of late, recently, this is not mentioned, but understood. What have you been doing lately? Now, Priyanka has been waiting. Has been waiting. Obviously, it is present perfect continuous tense. If you do not have that time reference, does not matter, but you can understand Priyanka has been waiting for years, for 2 weeks, for say 7 days, whatever. So time reference is embedded in the very structure of the sentence. Now, sometimes, when we do a question, A simple question may give you some additional meaning or suggestions. Sometimes, not always. What have you been doing lately? There is not much suggestion. Extra meaning is not much there. But in such sentences like, have you been drinking recently? So what is the extra meaning? Maybe meaning is that this man to whom you are talking, maybe he is smelling alcohol. Either you get smell from his breath or from his shirt, whatever. So have you been drinking? It has some extra meaning there. Another sentence, have you been taking medicine regularly? Have you been taking medicine regularly? Maybe this man looks very pale or very weak or very, suffering, maybe suffering from some problem that is very much apparent from the look of this man. So have you been taking medicine regularly? This question has more than what it means. Something is there that this question form gives suggestion. Now take care of other things. One is a stative verb. Stative verbs are those verbs that are not action verbs. Sometimes they are called non-continuous verb. Anyway, so he has been owning this house for 20 years. When you use these verbs, take care, in this format, sometimes they do not fit because this structure is something that may not allow some stative verb to work from within this framework. Example, he has been owning this house for 20 years. He has been owning this house for 20 years. The verb is own verb. Now, it is very difficult. I own a house once and then I continue to live there. But here, have you been owning, as if I have been owning it every year or very frequently. This is not possible. Better, we should put this kind of sentence in simple perfect tense. He has owned this house for 20 years. Not he has been owning. Just he has owned this house for 20 years. Another example. The old man has been understanding that he may not live for another year. The old man has been understanding. Very difficult. Understanding is something that all of a sudden maybe this kind of realization comes that he is feeling, say, so weak that he think that he may not or might not live for another year. So that's why it is better he has understood. We should put these stative verbs into present perfect tense instead of present perfect continuous tense. I think these are the basic areas of application with this particular format of the English tense, that is present perfect continuous tense. So I think this will help you understand. We have given enough examples. So see the video fully and try to understand it. If you have any problem, you may write to us. You are welcome. We promise to write back to you. So please view the video fully, like it or dislike it. Please share it, subscribe it, press the bell icon so that every new posting may reach you immediately. So that's all. Thank you very much. Have a nice time.